What's up, guys? Welcome to Talking Pigskin Week 4 edition. Now, I'm filming this on a Thursday night, which is 30 minutes before kickoff. So I probably won't get to do Bengals and Dolphins game tonight, which is because I won't publish this video until Friday morning. But if I have to quickly pick, it would be the Bengals because Dolphins in a short week, it's tough for them. Anyways, but last week I went 1-4. Well, not my best week, but I did tell you the Jets were going to lose to the Bengals because the Bengals were way too desperate, and that desperate team is going to continue taking their aggression out on the Dolphins on Thursday night. But yeah, tough games. You know, Sunday night didn't work out in my favor. Neither did Monday night, but it is what it is. That's why I do these picks. Keeps things interesting. Let's do Week 4 picks with the first game. Let's do, of course, the New York Jets at Pittsburgh in what happens to be Zach Wilson's first game of the season. Now, as a Jet fan, I'm telling you, this is a 14-game season for us because we knew what Joe Flacco was going to do. The fact that he did get a win in this schedule, it's also very stunning to me. I was expecting us to go 0-3 and see what Zach can do. Again, I'll stick to my prediction. I need the Jets to give me a 7-10 record. I know that I set the bar very low, and out of those 7 wins, we already got 1, and this Sunday we better get the second one because we cannot lose to Mitch Trubisky and that offense, who have done absolutely nothing in the first 3 weeks of the season. The Jets defense, the goddamn pass rush has been non-existent, and they need to wake up. They spend way too much money in that D-line for them to be this inept. Back end is doing their job. DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner, they're doing great. But if the pass rush is not getting there, Carl Lawson, Quentin Williams, you guys got to show up. And you know, Robert Saleh's defense, that's how, you know, it's built. The D-line's got to eat. And if they don't do that, and if Trubisky lights us up, I have bigger problems with this team than you can ever think of. But with that being said, Zach Wilson and his return game with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and the new squad, the Jets will go to Acrisure Stadium. It should have remained as Heinz Field, but that's another story. The Jets will go to Heinz Field and win that game. Next game we got is, let's see what the schedule looks like. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Philadelphia to take on the undefeated Eagles. Now, the Eagles have beaten good teams, but they're not great. Are the Jaguars a great team? No, they're not. So it's still not fully tested yet. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence, yes, they're much better than last year, especially with Doug Peterson as a head coach. What a great thing to have as an offensive coach, and as a Jet fan, I wouldn't know. But Trevor Lawrence looks amazing under center. His receiving core is better than last year. James Robinson, Travis Etienne is doing well as well. So I think they'll have a good game against the Eagles. But Jalen Hurts, that offense is unstoppable right now. That defense is also flying very high. Darius Slay, Fletcher Cox, and them boys got the team playing in a very high level. In a very good game, I'm picking the Eagles to stay undefeated. Next game we have is Sunday. Well, sorry, I didn't see the Bills and the Ravens schedule this week. What a game. So this is another AFC game that it's going to be coming down to who's going to get home field at the end of the year with all these head-to-heads. The Bills lost a terrible game against the Dolphins, given their secondary going into last game against the Dolphins had only 3 snaps in the NFL, which should show you Tua had a, could have exposed them, but no, he got hurt, so they didn't get lit up as much as I expected them to. But I expect Lamar Jackson, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay to exploit that secondary of Bills. And can the Bills, keep the same momentum on offense? They only scored 17 points because Dolphin defense is pretty good. But Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they gotta get it together. I think on the road, I'm picking them to win, but it's gonna be a very close game. Next thing we have is a Sunday night game where the Kansas City Chiefs will be going to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. Last I checked, the game will not be going to Minneapolis, even though Hurricane Ian decimated Central Florida, but I think it will stay in Tampa, and hopefully that will bring smiles to that city if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can win. However, with Tom Brady looking like Peyton Manning of 2015, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Now, Brady on that offense is not clicking. Mike Evans should be back after serving his 1-game suspension. I'm not sure what the status on Julio Jones and Chris Godwin, but the Kansas City Chiefs, coming off a brutal loss against the Indianapolis Colts, they'll be hungry and ready to go as well. And I think in a shootout, I think Mahomes will probably get the better of Brady this year. So I got the Chiefs on the road. And the last game I have is Monday Night Football, where the Rams will take on the 49ers. Now, Jimmy G, in his first start last week, kind of wet the bed. Didn't expect to see that hard performance on Sunday night against the Broncos. Both teams were terrible, but 49ers, with all the weapons they have, they should have been better than what they showed up as. And that defense with Nick Bosa, they got to play better. I mean, they did play good, but against the Rams, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Allen Robinson on the other side. It's going to be tough for them. But Matthew Stafford's off to a pretty good start. He had a rough game against the Bills week 1, but he has turned it around ever since. And I think in a very good game, I think 49ers at home will eke out a victory. So there we have it. I'm picking, let's go back to the top of the schedule, picking the Jets to beat the Steelers, then Eagles to beat the Jaguars, Bills to beat the Ravens, Chiefs to beat the Buccaneers, and 49ers to beat the Rams. Let me know what you guys think of these picks. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week with Week 5 picks. Until then, enjoy football.